The goal was to create a false impression of overwhelming anger and social collapse, to exhaust citizens, amplify fear, and discourage democratic participation. This was not an isolated case. We also documented the activity of an influence network already identified by European partners, which produced more than 1,000 coordinated publications about our country in just a few months. These messages accumulated tens of millions of views and were deliberately laundered through seemingly credible voices before being amplified by inauthentic accounts. This targeted Moldova's image abroad. When traditional propaganda channels were restricted, hostile actors adapted again. Content linked to Kremlin-affiliated broadcast media was delivered directly into people's homes through mobile applications, bypassing audiovisual regulations entirely. When exposed, these outlets did not disappear. They changed domain and jurisdiction, they rebranded and resumed operations within days. This adaptability tells us something essential. We're facing professional, well-funded, long-term operations built on the systematic identification of vulnerabilities, enabled by transnational infrastructure, and sustained by the exploitation of legal loopholes. Moldova is not the only country facing these challenges. We see similar pressure across Europe. I am proud to say that Moldova resisted in this 2-year assault through a whole-of-society effort. Our citizens proved their commitment to peace, to Europe, and to democracy. But I regret to see Georgia, where, despite the courage of the Georgian people, who continue to stand up for democratic values, European aspirations, and the right to decide their own future, Russia pulled Georgia back into its orbit by weaponizing the fear of war, signaling that the wrong electoral choice would come at the cost of peace. Now, Armenia is becoming a target of the same strategy, aimed at weakening sovereignty, influencing democratic choices, and exploiting internal vulnerabilities. We stand with Armenia and its people as they work to resist these pressures and defend their democratic future. Among all the ways this hybrid war is waged, the most dangerous for the future of our democracies is information manipulation amplified by technology, opaque algorithms, and artificial intelligence. If left unchecked, those who control technology will increasingly control how people think. I'm particularly concerned about the impact of this cognitive war on the younger generation. If we want democracies that can resist manipulation, we must protect the freedom of young minds. This is not only a question of technology or regulation. It is a question of democratic resilience. Trust, critical thinking, and mental well-being are essential conditions for free societies. The Council of Europe has already given us a clear starting point. Children's rights apply fully online, and states have a responsibility to protect their best interests in the digital environment. Moldova's experience shows why this matters.